You are listening to the I Still Go to Church podcast.
I want to speak to the pastor.
Completely unscripted. Displaying a healthy member and pastor relationship. Going one-on-one with your pastor. So sit back, get in the hot seat, mic up, and tell us why you still go to church on the I Still Go to Church podcast.
What's up, everybody? Bishop J here with another episode of the I Still Go to Church podcast, where we're sitting down with real people who actually still go to church. And we've been in Camp Ouija-Wajin. There's a lot to say. Up here in Antioch at our annual Z Retreat. And I've had some very, very powerful experiences here so far. And I'm sitting here with Miss Ebony. How you doing, Ebony? I'm sitting here with Miss Pam. Miss Pam, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
And Miss Jaquita, how you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Hey, listen, everybody. We've been here at the retreat, and there has been some powerful sessions, has it not?
Yes.
What are some of the sessions and topics and conversations that really, really has impacted you?
Well, me personally, the community.
Yeah.
The conversation about the community and the community we have here at Zion and the love that we share.
Mm-hmm.
You can't top that. You know, love, family. Everybody has love. Everybody has a family. But to have the type of love that we share here at Zion,
Yeah.
the family bond that we have,
Yeah.
like I really feel like these people that I worship with will also go to war with me.
Yes.
That part.
That part.
That part.
That all of that.
Yes.
All of it.
What about you, Sister Jaquita?
Well, I think I've enjoyed everything. Mostly in part, I think I'm really loving the way that the 2 days have tied in together. This morning might have gotten off track schedule-wise.
Yes.
But I felt like the testimonials
Yeah,
like has been the most powerful thing
most definitely.
that I have felt in a very long time.
Wow.
In church. Just hearing other people, other women speaking about how I felt I was the only one that this church was doing such a wonderful service for my son. And to find I wasn't the only parent that felt that way.
Wow.
That there are other parents in this church that feel like this is a saving grace
Right.
for our children. That impacted me wholeheartedly. And I loved hearing it. I loved hearing stories of others before I was ever around, just knowing how much this church has been like everything. I mean, Sister Maribel said it was her life. Like,
Wow.
I mean, that's, you don't get any, I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. Yeah. So I've absolutely enjoyed how much everything is tied together.
Yeah.
And it's just been impactful in a mighty way.
Wow. Sister Pam?
I just have to agree with you all. I think that it was great, and I just love my church. I feel as though I'm not the only one. And then to hear the same thing from everybody. Everybody's feeling the same vibe.
Yeah.
You know, we got
Yeah.
the same energy.
Yeah.
And I look forward every year to see what's going to be new. Because
Yeah.
I know Bishop's going to come up with something new. So I like that you never can get bored.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Right.
every year is something else to look forward to. I mean, where do you go that somebody already know what their theme is going to be for the whole year?
Wow.
I
Yeah.
think that speaks volumes.
And
Yeah.
that's
You know?
intentional.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like you said, with the children, my son, he really, enjoys it. My daughter, she likes to watch it online. But Josiah, I mean, if he can get here, he's going to get here, you
Yeah.
know. And that means a lot to see that you have kids that love the church as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That speaks volume.
Right.
One of the things that really touched me and hit me was to hear so many people talk about like these sidebar stories where they had personal, connections with certain people. Like it was, one person who said so-and-so hugged them, or another person who said, I got caught up in the parking lot with this person. So what are those experiences like for you? Like, what is that experience that nobody really saw or knew about, but it really touched you?
I think the Sunday that Braylon and I joined, as soon as we came out of the back room, it was like I was stopped immediately by Prophetess. She was like, wait a minute, you weren't already a member here? And it was like just a line of people that kept saying that, girl, I thought you was already a member. Girl, I always thought you were a member. And I was like, no, y'all, really, I just joined. I think just the fact that even in that light, everyone already assumed I was part of this family.
Wow.
And it made me look at it differently
Yeah.
because I really didn't feel like that's what I was yet. I needed to join to be a part of the family. But when everyone expressed that to me, I was like, oh, wow, they already felt like I was, and I didn't even know it. Like,
Wow.
just me understanding everyone else and giving everybody else an opportunity to get to know me.
That's perfect.
That's great.
Wow. Wow. Well, I know, Sister Pam, I know you got a sidebar story now. You guys, something we never heard. We never heard that you was like, man, that was really cool, or that hit me in a different way.
I just personally, I mean, it just touches me every time I come into church. If I'm a few minutes late and then that song is just the right song that I need for that day.
Yeah.
You know, that means a lot. Because a lot of times no one knows what people are going through.
Right, right.
You know? But to just walk in and the Spirit is already pulling me in like, hey, this is just for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
nothing like Zion. And it's not that we're just saying it because we're here with you, Bishop.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly speaking, I grew up in church. I know exactly. I'm like you. I'm a PK. So I know what it's like to go to church all the time and have to be made to go. But now when you don't have to be made, it's a good thing to want to go.
Wow.
And want to receive the word and
Yeah.
try to live best by it.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
You know, something that I love is not only am I coming to church, you know, to worship with my family, but you know, when I leave and I go home, I watch the service. I watch the experience again, because you never know. Sometimes you do miss stuff. You know, when you have your sidebar conversations in the church while I keep wanting to say services. While the experience is going on, whether it's preaching or the worshiping, you always miss something. I always miss something. So I like to always do the playback. I'm like, yep, see, I knew it was something that I missed. But I'm going to tell you something that not only me reaching out to people, but there was one particular Sunday that there was a young lady that came in. And from the time she walked in the door, I could not take my eyes off of her. And I said, what am I supposed to say to her? Because I was like, I know I need to go say something, but I was like, I don't know what to say. So as I walked over there to her, all I said was, can I hug you? And she said, yes, ma'am. And that moment, from the time that she stood up and I hugged her and she cried and she was like, I don't know how you knew. I said, listen, I'm just being obedient to the Spirit.
Wow.
And this is what we try to do here. We try to be obedient to the Spirit. I'm not trying to step out of line because I'm not God and I can't do what he do, but I can listen to him and do what he tells me to do. Right. So that's one of the experiences that stuck out in my head about the lovingness around here. Not only what's showed to people, but what's received from people also. You never know what those hugs will do to somebody. I don't know what that girl was going through, but apparently it was something and she needed that. So.
Right.
It's a big thing because, you know, one time there was a young fella that sat beside me, and he was a younger gentleman. I'm not sure if he was high school or college, but he told me he had just graduated. I said, you did? He said, yes, ma'am. I said, oh, so, because I kept just, every time there was a little break, I talked to him again. You know, I just talked to him because a lot of times not a lot of young people.
Right.
So I just kind of talked to him again. And then we weren't out of service yet, and I had like $50 in my purse. I took it out and I gave it to him. I said, I'm so grateful that you graduated. Here you go. There go your gift.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was sweet.
Seriously, I said, yeah. I said, I'm just glad. I said, I'm glad you were sitting here to tell me that.
Yeah.
And I said, I feed the young people. I'm so happy that, that you went into you're going into another phase of your life.
Right.
I said, it's not much. I said, but I want you to have it.
Mm-hmm.
And he just hugged me and everything. And I'm like,
wow.
I can't remember if I've seen him again, but I'm just grateful that I could do that for him. Like, giving that
very
love.
impactful.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know that he could need gas money for all
Right.
that.
Most definitely.
But I was just happy to do it for him.
Yeah.
And I think this community it feeds me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Want to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. And
So
I mean,
We get
remind me to sit beside you Sunday. That's what I got out of that whole.
good news.
I think also just sharing the word, letting other people get a feel of the experience.
Yes.
If I'm in church and I'm hearing this good word, I'm like, okay, let me get my phone and share this right now.
Yeah.
Because, somebody else need to hear this. Right. You never know, you know what I mean? But I'm always hitting that share, like Bishop say, share. Share the word. I'm sharing it. At least if nothing else, hey, they can't say I didn't try to bring you in. Especially, the topics we speak about are so real. It's realistic. So that could reach somebody. Anybody out there may need one word. And like Bishop said, we have only one chance.
That's it. That's it. Listen, everybody, this has been an awesome experience. We're out here at Camp Ouija watching, and we're sitting with each other this weekend, just learning how best we can be a community of believers that's welcoming to all of you who could potentially visit Zion Christian Ministries. If you don't have a church home, you can visit us, 4750 John Bragg Highway, or go to our website, www.thisiszion.org. I've been sitting here with Ebony, Pam, and Jaquita, and we still go to church. This is Bishop J. God bless you.